Alright, so back at the bat cave, this is how we process the goose eggs that we've just got. So any goose egg that's not marked, this is the one that was actually laid right on the spot. We don't have to open, so we just put it in. This is one of our containers from the bottom of our fridge, the vegetable coolers. That's where we're going to store our eggs. And anyone that's not marked. Oh, I should get some vegetable oil ready for the in case of batches that are good. So what I'm going to use this oil for is when we come to the eggs that have been being incubated, if we open one example of them and it looks good, the rest of the ones with that number, I'm going to put a little bit of oil around them just to keep them, make them airtight again. Okay, so this is the number 11. So I'm going to crack one from the number 11 batch just to see how it is and whether or not that eggs from that batch are viable. So this one is. That one's looking good. So now I know that all the number 11s are gonna be good. So I'm just gonna put that in here. We're gonna save that to eat. So here's a number 11. Now I know I can put a little oil coating on there. Put it in the cooler. It's ready to go. If we were to crack it, okay, here's a number 9. We'll see how the number 9 is. If the number 9 was to have a some kind of fetus forming in there, then we know all the rest of the number 9s we're gonna want to take back to the big river island and add them to a established nest there. No, number 9s are good. All number 11s and number 9s are good. So number 9s, just like the 11s, are going to have to be coated.
Are you sure that's a 9 and not a 6? Okay.
Because they were being incubated. Yeah, that oil coating replicates what the eggs naturally are before they are being incubated, because when they're laid they have a film on them that's like the oil coating that keeps the air from permeating the shell of the egg, and that way the egg doesn't develop. But if it doesn't have that coating on there, then things are happening in the egg.
That's a 6.
Okay, number 6, let's try number 6. Number 6 looking good. Yeah, we figured most of these should be good because even though they're being incubated, it couldn't have been very long they've been being incubated. We were out there 11 days ago, there was no eggs. Now we go out there now and there's incubated nests. So 9. 6, 11s, 9s are all good. Number 8. Let's try number 8. Number 8s are good. 6, 11, 9s, and 8s are all good. haven't been being incubated, then they already got the natural coating on them, and I don't need to put an oil coating on them. That oil coating is gonna allow them, oh, we got number 4 to try. The oil coating is gonna allow us to store them for up to 9 months, still have good eggs. Last year, we were still eating eggs into December that we gathered this time of year, end of April. So number 4s are all good. So we haven't run into any yet that are so far along that we wouldn't want to be eating them. But it does happen. And when it happens, it's not pretty. Although in the past, people would have just eaten them anyway, whether they had a fetus in them or not. Some places, people still do that. Number 2. Twos are good. Number 1. Ones are good.
I think the rest of those are just those were all the nests that I did. I think you did the other ones.
I think so too. Quickly work through the rest of these. So, because we have to test each one, we did pull 75 eggs altogether this morning. But since we have 12 different incubated nests we gotta check, then that brings it down to 63 eggs that we'll have stashed away. And the 12 that we check, the ones that are good, we're just gonna eat them in the next day or so. It's a lot of eggs to eat in a day or so, but that's the way it is. You can see they produce a lot more than chicken eggs. They got a big picture here, and it's almost halfway full, and haven't even, I mean, we just gotten through the ones that Adrian collected. Still got to go through the ones that I collected. It's gonna almost fill that thing with egg. Maybe we can find a recipe for tamago.
I think I have a recipe for tamago in one of my books.
Yeah. Of course, I think tamago just means egg, doesn't it?
No, it's got sugar in it.
Well, yeah, I know when you buy it at the restaurant, it's sugary. But I wonder if the word just means egg, or if it refers specifically to the egg with the sugar.
We'll have to ask Sensei.
Alright, so that's all the eggs from that Adrian took. Now we'll go through mine. First one, we'll try number 12. Number 12 looks good. The yolk is just starting to change color. I don't know if you can even see it. It's just starting to lighten on one side. But 5. It's a hard shell. I was having a bad feeling about it, but it looks good. 5s and number 12s are all good. Try number 10. Oh, number 10s are not good. Alright, so number 10, we got some development in. It's not too pretty. So I'll throw this one out. Wash this up. And we know all the 10s are not good. Compost. 10s are too far along. Let's have a number on it, 7. Try the 7. Sevens are good. Yeah, see, even that little bit of development that you had with 10, a lot of societies would, it's nothing. They would just eat that. But if we were to try to serve that at our ceremonies, it would not fly. People would be grossed right out. They'd never eat our eggs again. Try number 5. Number 5s are not good. Too far developed.
It's just 5s and 10s that aren't good so far.
Yeah. This is a 5.
Nope.
batteries are good.
Yeah, but they were in my batch, weren't they?
Oh, I'm just looking at some crud on the egg and thinking it's either 11. 3 we just did, hey.
Yeah.
Good. That's another 10. One egg left in here, it's a 5. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that are too far along developed for our purposes. So these 9 I will take and deposit in nests Old Man River, and hopefully they'll hatch and get some surrogate parents there. I mean, that's the one thing that I think from this whole raiding the island on the city pond, the one possible benefit that we're bringing, other than, you know, we are using the eggs out there, they're going to be destroyed. We're using them to keep an indigenous ceremony alive. But other than that good thing, the other thing is we find the ones that are too far along developed, then there's a possibility we can find them surrogate parents, and some of those geese will survive. So that's it. That's egg gathering.